In one of my recent videos, I talked about using one's voice as a marginalized woman, and I included a quote from Audre Lorde, who I adore. But I don't want this to be misconstrued as if I'm saying that performativism is the answer to our problems. Because let's be honest, nowadays it's all about the visibility and it's all about inclusivity and diversity for diversity's sake. So we oftentimes feel like it is enough to say, listen to such and such authors, listen to such and such voices, and think that this is activism. It's not. Activism is doing something for your community and helping organize your community for a bigger change. It's not liking and sharing someone's posts on Instagram or YouTube. And I know that it sounds kind of ironic and perhaps hypocritical because I myself am on these platforms. However, I do believe that we have to all voice our concerns and voice them in a manner that will be accessible to as many people as possible. And if we all start realizing our role in our collective movement, and if we all do our share in the collective movement, then we can begin organizing with enough class consciousness to back up whatever it is we want to do. Because we don't want to ignorantly start organizing and, let's say, beginning some kind of an organization without much of a plan and just, being enthusiastic and thinking that this is enough. Unfortunately, historical analysis shows us that this is not enough. Lenin warns us about many of the dangers for young, enthusiastic activists in his book, What is to be Done. I'm going to include the link down below in the description box. So it's very important that we gain a certain level of class consciousness before we start organizing meaningfully. And by this, I don't mean that we all must read all the theory before we start doing something tangible. These two processes do have to happen simultaneously. We have to read theory and we have to agitate and propagate and organize and do all of this work together at the same time. And obviously, for an international movement to be successful, we all, in all the different countries of the world, have to do our share. And how and when it's going to be done is not up to individuals, it's up to the movement as a whole. And we have to be able to take cues from the outside world and start organizing depending on the material circumstances. We should not think that our own individual efforts are going to get us there. It's just not going to happen. So, this is a little clarification that using one's voice and uplifting the voices of the marginalized is extremely important. However, it should not be mistaken for true activism.